Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a marvelous day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I've got one for you today. Pastor Keion Henderson, the same pastor that's married to Shaq's ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal, is asking his church members for $2,100, that's $2,100 in 21 days. Now, I'm going to let you decide whether or not this is for a good cause or whether it's a scam. Black pastor being called shady for asking church members to donate $2,100 each. Pastor Keion Henderson of the Lighthouse Church in Houston, Texas, has called on his congregation and supporters to help raise $4 million to not only repair the damage caused by Hurricane Beryl, but also to build a larger place of worship. The hurricane severely damaged the church's north campus, leaving it unusable. In a heartfelt message delivered on Sunday, August 11th, Pastor Keion urged 2,100 members to contribute $2,100 each within 21 days, aligning with what he described as a divine vision. According to Atlanta Black Star, the fundraising campaign, titled Out of the Harbor, symbolizes a ship venturing out of a safe harbor into the unknown to fulfill its purpose. The Lighthouse Church, which serves over 20,000 members across 4 campuses in different regions of Houston, has been struggling with overcrowding and parking issues, especially at its North Campus. Pastor Keion shared that up to 600 people were being turned away each week due to the limited capacity. He expressed his belief that God intended for the church to grow, saying, "I want to double the size of our sanctuary so that no one is turned away because we don't have a seat." In the wake of the hurricane damage, Pastor Keion reached out to his mentor, Pastor Joel Osteen, for assistance. As a result, Lighthouse's services are being temporarily hosted at Lakewood Church with Pastor Osteen's support. However, the details of this arrangement are still being finalized. Despite the uncertainty, Pastor Keion emphasized the urgency of the situation, stating that they cannot wait for insurance companies to step in. He appealed directly to those who have been in touch by his ministry to contribute to ensure that the church community is not displaced for an extended period. The North Campus of the Lighthouse Church sustained significant damage during Hurricane Beryl, which included a collapsed roof and severe electrical and water issues. Pastor Keion shared images of the destruction and warned his congregation to be wary of potential scams soliciting donations. Despite his earnest plea, some critics have accused him of using the disaster as a means to distract money from his followers, especially in light of his and wife Shawnee Henderson's public profiles. Shawnee Henderson, known for her role in the VH1 reality series Basketball Wives and her previous marriage to NBA star Shaquille O'Neal, has also faced scrutiny. Her memoir, Undefeated, released earlier this year, sparked controversy with revelations about her past relationship with O'Neal. Critics have questioned why she and Pastor Keion do not fund the church's rebuilding efforts themselves, given their combined wealth. Backlash has intensified with comments on social media where skeptics have suggested that Pastor Keion and Shawnee should use their personal finances to cover the cost. Reports estimate Keion's net worth at $8 million and Shawnee's at $35 million, leading some to argue that the fundraising efforts are unnecessary. The situation has sparked a broader debate about the ethics of religious fundraising, especially when the leaders involved are perceived to be financially well off. Well, I don't know. So what do y'all think about this? He has a mega church in Houston, 4 campuses. One of the campuses was damaged by the hurricane. So he's saying that a lot of damage was done to one of the campuses. Water damage, electrical damage, the roof caved in. And it also sounds like he's saying that we really need another sanctuary because we're turning away people every Sunday. So it sounds like they need a bigger church. That's what it sounds like. One point that I would make is that out of 20,000 members, he's asking 2,100. So he's asking about 10% of his congregation to give the $2,100 in 21 days. Now, Houston, Texas is one of the wealthiest areas in the United States for Black Americans. Houston has 5 professional athletic teams. They have a rap industry down there that's lucrative from what I've been told. They also have the big oil companies down there. So it's a lucrative area for Black Americans. And it sounds like he's only asking for the people who can afford to do it. It's one thing to be asking everybody to dig in and give till it hurts. But it's something different when you're asking people who actually have the money. Some of those athletes throw away $50,000, $60,000 in one night in a strip club. So I'm just saying that maybe it's not a stretch when you consider the area. But y'all let me know what you think about this. Is he asking too much? Is this a shakedown of the congregation? And should he and his wife foot the bill? Let me know what you think about it. Thank you for listening and have a good evening.